2023. First ride with the cousins. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
We're ready. We're going to head down to Muskegon, the Harley Barn. Go ride with the cousins today. You're all coming. We'll see you when we get there. All right? All right. It's a little chilly too, by the way, so put a coat on. I bet it don't start. Did you try to start it yet, cuz?
Nope. It don't have a hand crank on it.
Cuz went to the dark side right there. Is that a dark horse or what do they call a chieftain?
No, Challenger.
Challenger.
Yeah, no, that's not a dark horse. That's the all black.
Challenger, that's a Dodge.
True. I'm curious to see how she runs.
Not long either.
I know. What year is that?
2020.
2020.
Yep.
Scott went to the other side. Oh,
Here a long time ago, and it's been really bad.
pretty. You ain't even reading it. You didn't even ride home, did you?
No, Chris drove it home.
Indian motorcycle. What year is this one, Grandpa?
2017.
Are you checking your air?
Yeah, did you check your air?
Done my shots.
You got gas
Done my shots.
in the bike? You got gas in the bike? That's Uncle Terry right there. Tell the people, hey.
Hey.
This is CVO?
Yeah.
See, when you get to be old, you can get a three-wheeler.
Other stuff.
What year is this one, Cousin Dane?
2019.
19?
117 CVO.
CVO. Yeah, buddy.
Black Forest Wineberry.
Black Forest Wineberry? Yeah. That's freaking awesome. Freaking awesome. Custom lights in the back. What year is this one?
2008.
Woo!
Rocker C.
Rocker C, 2008.
96 cubic inch.
Heck yeah, got cobwebs in there.
Got the cans in that kind.
But, you know, the Sonny's got a brown tint to him. Kind of like my bike.
What year is this one, Trace?
15.
That's 20. Yours is 16?
16.
That's 2015 CVO. Cousin Chris got the custom paint job. The guy goes all the way. Dang. Dang. This one is a 2016 CVO. Got a facelift this winter. What y'all think of that? There ain't another one like that one around. You just had that painted on there. Isn't that awesome? That's freaking one of a kind right there. Awesome. This one I know is a 2020. That's because of TJ's bike. We got that down in Tennessee a couple years ago. Guess we're going to ride to St. Louis, Michigan and see the Little Mackinaw Bridge. Here we go.
Please proceed to the highlighted route.
y'all. Oh, it's been a whole year since we've been together. If you didn't know, I usually take road trips with my cousins, riding with the family. With Chris and Tracy, Scott and Cindy, and cousin Dan, cousin TJ, myself and Shelly. We're doing our first cruise for 2023 today. It could be a short trip. It actually ended up to be about 275 miles round trip. But we decided to go east today. It looks warm out. You notice we all got leathers on and everything. It's not too awfully cold. It's about 55. We left the Harley barn about noon. And we normally go north. The scenery is a little better. There's a lot more twisty roads and everything. But in today's road trip, you notice it's going to be mostly country, farm fields and everything, which is kind of neat to see if you haven't seen that stuff before. And the route that we're going to go, I haven't seen much of it myself really, and I've been a Michigander my whole life. But we are on a mission to go see a replica of the Mackinaw Bridge, a small mini Mac bridge. There are several of them in the state. And this one is over in St. Louis, Michigan, which is kind of close to Saginaw. So we actually went across the state from Muskegon pretty much. We were just about to Saginaw. And right here, we're just taking a little jog around the Muskegon wastewater system, honestly. We left out eastbound on M46, and we're going to jog around the wastewater. Nobody wants to see that crap, right? So, right here, cousin Dan, he's telling me his stereo is really loud on that motorcycle, and he's telling me he's asking me if it's loud enough. Yeah, you can't tell in the video, because when you get a group of Harleys together, you hear pipes. They all have their stereos on, and it sounds like a big mix of you know what. Just a bunch of screaming, whatever. But that's what it is. So we're just getting through Grant right here, and Grant, Michigan. We're heading north on M37, just a short ways, and we're gonna take a right and go on M82 across to US 131, where we're gonna get on US 131. We try to avoid the major highways like that, because hey, we're out for a joyride and the scenery and everything, and blasting down the major highway sometimes on a motorcycle isn't too fun, so we like to keep it on the back roads. Right here we're going to hit M82 north, or east, I'm sorry. Take that for a little ways, and it's nice scenery. Nice scenery. I hope you, I like to see the farms and everything. See how the farms and all the old buildings and the livestock. One thing we can't show you in a video is the smell. In the springtime in Michigan, you know, you're going through farm country. There's one thing that the farmers do to their crops and their fields is they like to spread liquid manure out there. And if you haven't had the chance to smell that stuff, you are missing out. Because it's just the strongest thing ever. It like turns you inside out sometimes. It makes you quit breathing. But that's just my own opinion. I wish I could have a sniff and scratch. I think you used to get them in the mailbox for some perfumes or whatever. Wish I could put that on the computer. Right here we're hitting 131 north just for a little bit, and it doesn't look like it, but the leader there, Chris, Cousin Chris, he always leads the pack. He gets on the major freeway. We're getting like 80 or 90 miles an hour. So I cut that part of the video really short. So we're heading towards, we're back on M46 again. We're gonna head towards Howard City.
I got it.
And Edmore, Lakeview, some of the little towns right off the top of my head. So on our way to St. Louis. There's some of the farm equipment there. I don't even know what you call them. I think the old barns and the silos and everything are pretty cool. One thing I'd like to point out, when you're riding in a group like we are, there's 8 of us here. You see, if you notice, I turn the camera around a lot. One thing you do in a group ride is you always check the rider behind you, make sure everyone's still coming. Sometimes they get lost or they have problems or whatever, so it's always good to check behind you. Cousin Scott, we call him the tail gunner. He's usually in the back there, and the tail gunner, he keeps watch over everyone in front of him. So that's just something you do in a group ride. Make sure you check behind you. That's why the camera, I'm looking behind me, and I can get the bikes in the rear view also. Yeah. Here we are in Edmore, I think. Yeah, the water tower there, I didn't get a real good shot of it. That's in Edmore, Michigan. A little bit of swampland going on here. There's a lot of swampland in Michigan. It's just a good day. Wasn't too awfully cold. It warmed up to 60 something. But when you're getting the wind chill, it gets a little cool. Some of the guys didn't have chaps on, they got a little cold. That's the way it is. There's some lakes there. I don't remember the names of them, but it's kind of neat to be able to show you that. A lot of bikes out. We just passed one there with a lot of bikes out today. It's awesome to see the motorcycles come out. Springtime in Michigan. A few short weeks and the swamp there will be all green. All the leaves will be out. I think the scenery will be much better. A lot of farm equipment alongside the road. Just the old barns and the farms. Seeing those guys keep us fed, you know. If you look real close right here in the background, there's huge windmills out there. Who can, oh, how do I want to say it? It's like, you can't resist the windmills. You got to take pictures and just stare at them. They're out there. Right here, Cousin Chris has a GPS on his bike. Like I said, he's always a group leader. We slowed down right here because that Mini Mac bridge should be off to your left. There's a whole group of storage buildings right there. I think.
He's looking for a place to turn around. What? I bet he's looking for somewhere to turn around.
Yeah, Cousin Chris. I'm telling Shelly, he's looking for a place to turn around. We all got to go potty. Shelly just gave us a potty signal. The Cousin Chris decided, like, well, the GPS is wrong. The Mac Bridge can't be in storage unit area. We're turning around right here.
I told ya.
We kind of call Cousin Chris turnaround Chris, but it's not his fault. This time the GPS was right. We just decided that there's no way that bridge is behind them storage. stuff right there by Cousin Scott. You don't want to step in that. Not cool. So you'll notice later on in the video, we turn around a few times. That's what it is. There's the storage units. And yeah, that bridge was way behind there. Big time.
Oh, there it is.
So if you see Cousin Chris, don't tell him I said we call him Turnaround Chris. Thank you. That's funny.
Yeah, we did. We drove past it 2 times before I seen it.
Quick, Charlie, there's a bathroom over here. Is there? I don't know. There's gonna be in a minute over there behind that. Okay, maybe not so the camera's right there. Yeah, caught him. Hey, look behind the sign.
Both of them got a pee. Got a pee bag. Be off the bridge.
No, that's not decent.
You guys see the snake in the road when we left before? What road? Was it before we came into? Before we got to 30? Yeah, when we just turned. That little bitty snake that was going across the road?
Yeah. Yeah, I seen it.
But the eagle?
Yeah, somebody or just pull off and pull into the next gas station.
What do you think, cuz? Woo!
Can't be that low, because I had a half a day where I walked on, just under a quarter right now. Must be real low on that.
Mini Mac Bridge. How cool is that, y'all? Having fun yet?
Yeah, I'm walking the bridge.
Me too. I'm done now.
Hey, I can say that I walked the Mackinaw Bridge.
I know.
The Mighty Mac.
That one over in Reed City, it's a suspension just like the Mackinaw. It freaking swings when you walk out there and stuff.
Wow. What blue water is? I just seen a fish there a minute ago.
Water's a really weird color. Pretty cool though. I was wondering what the hell you're gonna go through the freaking storage units and
Yeah, I didn't
Storage
see it until I
wars.
come back through the second time.
Yeah, because we went through, I seen the sign and went like, okay, it should be around here somewhere. Go down, it's like,
you saw a sign.
We just turned around.
I know. I told Shelly, I said, Chris is gonna turn around down here. I know he is. I've seen that before.
You know my pattern, don't you?
that's the
See the fish in there?
No, Chris saw one.
I thought maybe that had a fish we didn't even get and throw in there, but guess not.
That'd be cool. We'll have to pee in there and fill it up some more, huh?
That's what I started to tell her stuff like
Too cool. Too cool.
This must be the other one, because I know the one's in Music, and then the other one that's over by.
That one over in
Remus.
Reed City.
Oh, Reed City.
Yeah.
And then there's one in
Well, we killed some bugs.
there.
Yeah.
Still alive?
This one's
I
pretty
said,
cool,
well, you're
though.
not back in 3 hours, I'll time you. I said, then I'll come and try to find you. Come ahead, go
Well,
fire.
you wouldn't have had to look too far.
She was out in the road, chewing on the road in front of the house.
That's how you get a bird's eye view.
Of what?
When you water a tree.
I don't know what it is.
When you watered the tree.
I didn't want an old tree.
You might be able to find it easier.
See, when you hang on to this, you'll watch yourself on TV. Like you can't even see you hanging on to it. It's
Good.
He looks
Good.
like
it's not even there.
he's walking like this.
How about if you had to stop and pee
I
sometime?
don't even have to point it at you. We got to pee bad.
That one,
Huh?
it's like
We got to pee
spinning
pretty bad.
like vertigo 'cause your hands go
What's the
up.
matter with you?
There's
You
like
hungover?
in air. No, I wish.
I wish.
Oh, my butt.
It's still there.
Take
Yeah,
your
I
helmet
know.
off. It'll feel better.
You're gonna rub it tonight, right? Oh, yes, you are.
Your butt hurts?
Yes.
We'll take your helmet off. It'll feel better. You like that one?
You could just walk through, not too fast. You wouldn't have to walk too fast. He couldn't catch you.
I know. I know.
I'm sneaky, my friend.
Okay.
You think?
That's a buzzard.
Hey,
I'm a bad kid.
A buzzard.
Flying around today?
Are you sneaky or stinky? That's
Yes.
what you see the buzzard up there.
I saw Chris,
Could be.
and then I was like, what the hell is that in the road? I thought it was like a stick or
walk
something.
Ain't that cool though?
Huh?
Ain't that cool?
Yeah, it is.
It's no bigger than your cell phone. It's pretty heavy though. Hang up to.
Did you guys see that
Oh yeah, that's real
thing on
heavy.
Facebook with the chicken and the snake?
That's nice.
Oh my god. I got
That
Need a new
runs
toy.
for an hour.
so I had to send it to her.
An hour?
This lady
For
went
one
in,
battery, yeah.
shows this black chicken and there's a chicken.
Should you say I don't need
Right here, that's the Pine River that we're crossing over. While we're at the bridge, we decided we're going to stop. A lot of the guys needed gas, and they had to go to the bathroom. So we're going to make a quick stop right here at the gas station and do all of that good stuff. And we decided we're going to go see a thing called a hippie tree while we were over here. And if you always wondered what a hippie tree is, you're about to find out here. I think going through these small towns, this is St. Louis, Michigan right here. All the old buildings and everything is just like going back in time. Seems like in Michigan, every 15, 20 miles, there's a small town that you can go through. It's just kind of cool just to see those. I think just takes you back in time, back in the old days. Makes you wonder how the towns grew and how they came about. It does me. So right here, the policeman stopped it. He kind of knew we were probably looking for the hippie tree. And cousin Chris there, he's asking about directions. He didn't pull us over for being loud or obnoxious or any of that stuff. I'm sure you were wondering. He just told us there was a little detour we needed to take to get to that tree. And he was nice about it. It was nice of him to offer help, wasn't it? You hate to see the popo your first bike ride of the season. You never know, right? That was kind of something fun. I think we went around the block there a little bit looking for a gas station, probably. I don't know. That's one of our turnarounds that was an accident, I guess. Here we finally get to the gas station. Gonna do our business. Shelly and I, we didn't gas up because we had plenty of gas. We gassed up on the way home. So we got to we went in and got a candy bar. Took a pee break. We had to go bad. Yeah, there's the St. Louis water tower. I'm still trying to get the hang of the camera. Something interesting to the right there, that fence. That's all barbed wire and just razor fence there. Must have been a prison or something. I had no idea. I'm glad I wasn't in there. This road here is going to take us out to the hippie tree. It wasn't very far, but it's the only curvy road that we run across all day. Right there. The curves weren't real bad, but it was kind of fun. Bikers always like twisty roads, you know. You gotta lean into those curves and give her the gas. There's the Pine River again right there. The road went right along the river. That's probably why the road was so curvy. I'm just guessing there. That's the Pine River. There again, we gotta get a good look at the river. Some of the water out in the fields there, it rained a whole bunch here recently, and there was a lot of flooding going on. There's the river off to the right again. And there again is the Pine River. I'm not used to roads that go right along the river like that. It's kind of neat to see. Gives you something to look at. I've been places in the United States where there is rivers that are along the road, but there's no water in them, like out in New Mexico. One of the rivers I can think of in New Mexico, there's signs on the road that says Pecos River. You look down in there, there's no water, it's just dirt. But off to the left there, you gotta look really hard, but there is windmills out there. It's kind of cool to see. Can't resist a windmill. There we go. We pull off the side of the road. Check it out.
Where?
The hippie tree. You're down there now.
There's the impact online.
Okay. The hippie tree.
I was expecting a tree. I don't think my bike wants to stay. I put it in the ground.
You just said it was on the left.
Yeah.
You know, like a live tree.
I was thinking kind of
Like-
like the shoe tree
Yeah.
or the
Yeah,
bra
that's what I was
tree,
thinking.
Yeah.
or you know,
Yeah.
the
Not
tree
that.
of shame.
Hey,
Yeah.
hang it. You guys, you take your underwear off, hang it up there.
What underwear?
I don't
That's
have
sick.
underwear.
What underwear?
There's probably a pair right there.
You can put your sunglasses on there.
No,
Hey,
they're paint fun. How much can it cost to paint the damn thing? It ain't that big.
well, I give them all the paint.
The hippie tree. Where are we at? St. Louis? St. Louis, Michigan.
Pull one from the jar.
I don't know why they call it a hippie tree. Sunglasses and a bandana, I guess.
It's got the Woodstock sign on.
Oh, Woodstock, yeah. That's a donation bucket. That's the river. Big dirty river down there.
Power this thing up.
At least 5. Who you texting?
Trying to look up something, but I ain't.
My flag broke.
Oh, you're gonna donate? Ooh, making a donation.
Disgusting.
She said she should have put her chaps on, but she didn't want to.
You should. You're cold, ain't you? It's a little chilly here and there.
There's spots.
Yeah.
I'm not.
You can feel it with chaps on too, though.
Yeah.
I
Well, I think they're in
not
there.
No.
What you doing, cuz?
Looking up the address for the Hell House.
You notice the windmills around. We're out in the middle of them boogers. There's all kinds of road. While we were at the hippie tree, Tracy decided to Tracy heard about a place called the House of Horrors that was supposedly nearby. We rode all around out in there, the windmills all around, dirt roads up the wazoo. The one road we're on right here was the nastiest road you ever had been on in a motorcycle. It made you want to hang on. You didn't want to let go. See, we had to turn around. We turned around a bunch out there. That's why this is slow motion. Cousin Chris gave me the grin. Can't really see it in the picture, but he knew. Makes me laugh every time. It's just part of the deal. But evidently the haunted house that was out there, I'm not sure if we even found it, but we rode around a bunch out there. And the house was a personal residence still. Someone still lived there. But I don't know. But we're on our way back. I didn't turn the camera on anymore because you had to hang on with both hands in them nasty roads. It's hard to describe out there. Shouldn't be taking big motorcycles like we had on some of them roads. So we're gonna get back on 46 west and head for home right here. We did stop to eat on the way back. I forget the name of the place already, and I forgot to turn the cameras back on when we went in. But the place we stopped at was just outside of Newaygo, and it was a good day. We had some fun. A couple of us had new bikes to break in, myself included. Cousin Scott, first time on his new bike. Everything went good today. So I appreciate you all watching. I hope you like the videos. Give me a thumbs up, would be cool. And the next time we get together with the cousins, probably we'll be heading north, I'm sure. We usually do, because the TJ likes to stop at the breweries up north. So we usually plan that. And we will see you all in the next video.